Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings, a good-looking return setup here, and the San Francisco 49ers. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
He was taken down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea. Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. and is much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. For the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans, but the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman, and the defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down at 4, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams, they come in bunches.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 34. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On the play. 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Cousins.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Going on the ground with Madison. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 52 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins quickly to Thielen here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Draw play, Madison. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Cousins.
Kyle Rudolph. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with a marker down, he's is up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Taking a shot for Samuel, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
5 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, 49ers nothing.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Down to the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
This is
On third down, Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here comes Pettis on the return. For a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they get down to great extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Well,
that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Lining up for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Third and short yardage. Cousins.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost op.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. J.J. Watt drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
47-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Garoppolo on first down. Caught left side by Hilton.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Garoppolo again. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Niners are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
And this carries into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Alexander.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Going to begin the drive here with Madison, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the 29, Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
13-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
At their own 24.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's a pickup of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
4-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
The 31-yard line.
Cousins now. And Rudolph has it left side. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
A fumble on the play.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things can really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
The 46-yard line.
Again, it's Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
Minnesota.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. But I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Bird. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
First down.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 49ers.
Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 7.
Another carry now for Madison. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Alexander.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Vikings on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it with Madison. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Cousins pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Dan Bailey lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the score.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Gets this one a use check. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
First down and a little extra for Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, there's such a